in this video, I just want to talk about how you can use a word called leverage in a way that you can exponentially improve the progress you're making in your life. Where we all heard this word, you leverage this thing to get another thing done. We always have the opportunity to use leverage and leverage our situation to get to a place that we want to be, like get to a better situation by leveraging the things around us. We'll use this scope where we'll be like, oh yeah, it's our situation. Because of my situation, I can't do this, I can't do that. We always cope because when we say it's our situation that has no leverage, it puts the responsibility and the blame on the situation and not on yourself. The blame is on you because whatever the goal you have, if you achieve the goal, if you not achieve the goal, it's not your situation, it's not your situation that dictates it. 99% of the time it's you who dictate if I'm going to achieve this goal or if I'm going to like fail it. Okay, so back to the topic, leverage. People will be like, oh yeah, like they're coped, they'll be like, oh yeah, my situation gives me no leverage to get to achieve my goals. um or like something new comes in the market, like see, our situation isn't something that's like a brick that won't change. There's always new things coming, like new updates coming, new like technology coming, new stuff that comes. It's not all it's always not going to be the same. But the people who decide, oh yeah, I'm not going to leverage the new things that are coming around, you should be updated with all the new progress, the new things that are coming, because that could help you get ahead of your competition, everybody around you. So yeah, so give me a second. So many people, they fail to leverage their situation properly or something new that comes by. Like for example, lately there was this thing called ChatGPT, right? We all know that it has the ability to give you like notes, essays, everything. We all know its power and potential. But in all of us, we are more comfortable like googling things, or we are more comfortable like doing it the old-fashioned way, where we like, oh yeah, for a question answers, like when I need to study for exam, I go to Google and put NCRT solution, meaning exam-oriented questions from the syllabus that's giving the questions. So then it's like it's like an old method where you just like study from the like institutions directly. Whereas in ChatGPT, you can like short form the all the important points, and like you could summarize the questions and answers into point wise basis. I like remember it more in that way, when it's like point. Some people remember it like in a story wise, but it's not for me. But then all the question answers are all in story form in NCRT, most of them are. So then like it's hard for me to like understand, so then I leverage like chat gpt to like convert it into something that I can easily consume. Like that, I have an English assignment. I again use ChatGPT. I'm like, I used it to like convert, like find a like correct like story, and then like revise it, put a summary and put a correlation to it to another chapter, everything. ChatGPT did it easily. I just gave it the correct prompts. My friends who are also like adept with like AI and like using it, they also like, some of them they still struggle with ChatGPT. They were like, oh, it gives me the wrong answers. It the like instrument is now giving you a wrong like output. It's the input that's wrong. It's not you like doing it wrong. It's more like it's not the ChatGPT is giving you wrong answers. It's just that you're giving wrong prompts. You can't blame ChatGPT. But that's off topic. So what I'm saying is, I leverage ChatGPT to like complete my essays and everything. That saved me like 50 100 hours of this research and finding stuff, everything. And I'm like really grateful for it. Some people will be like, oh yeah, it beats the purpose of like researching. You'll gain knowledge, everything. First of all, like for the example of the English assignment, yeah, for example of the English assignment, it's like people be like, oh yeah, you're like not getting the point by not starting the chapter. You see, the thing is, I know the chapter, and it's like it's not gonna be of use for me again. Like if it's of use, like if it's something to study, I can again use ChatGPT to summarize it all. So then the point is like, oh, you need to spend so many hours, but it's not something like I personally like wanna do. I don't wanna spend so much hours doing this. Similarly, if you don't want to do that or do a thing, you can always leverage something else, because we always think, oh yeah, I should do it personally. I should do it. If I do it only like properly, it'll be proper. See, the people who like start businesses, they are not a guy who does like everything of the business. They don't run it by themselves. They outsource and leverage other people to do the work for them. Similarly, you, from the 4 hour work week, it says you don't fix your weaknesses, you double down on your strengths. Because if you focus on your weakness, you're not going to excel at anything. You're not going to, you'll be okay at everything. But if you focus on your strength that comes naturally to you, you'll always excel in it. For some people, they'll naturally have more explosive muscle fibers, and they are better in combat sports or powerlifting or bodybuilding. Whereas people with slower, less explosive muscle fibers, they'll be better at endurance activities like play football or football. It's a mix, but still, football or endurance running or something like that. So then there's a difference, right? So you need to find out what you're good at and then focus and double down on that, than going after things you're bad at. Like we are taught always, oh yeah, fix your problems, fix your problems. That's the way to get average, because you'll be okay at everything. If you want to be excel and be extra like ordinary, above average, you need to do the things that are already like somewhat at average or above average in, so that you'll become the top 1%. If you want to be the top 1%, you need to focus on your strengths and not your weaknesses. And if you're going to be a business owner, you need to outsource your weaknesses. Put a person in charge whose strength is your weakness. Together you guys are unstoppable, because the other guys will cover your weakness, and you're competent at your strength. Get me right? Exactly. So then that comes back to the topic of the video. Like, you leverage your situation to get to where you wanna be. Because if you like people, as I say, you should always be open to new possibilities and new things that could come, because we might just be like blindsided with our narrow vision of a single thing, like, oh yeah, this is the only way I can get through this, or I can't cheat, I can't do this. It's like people condemn cheating. It's like, see, a person, imagine my classmate, he makes the like class nerd do all the homework for him, and then he'll be condemned by the teachers. He'll be like, oh yeah, you made all the you didn't do the work by yourself, you outsourced it to this person, such a bad thing, you'll never be successful, and some shit like that. Whereas if the same person in a business or out in the outside world, he has some problem like, oh yeah, sending emails, he's bad at writing emails, he could just put a person in charge to write emails for him. You get me? Similarly, so then he'll be like praised and he would be rewarded, because he's able to write good emails, and he didn't need to put in the like unnecessary hours of trying to like learn how to get good at emails. Some skills is just not worth learning. It's not like it is worth learning if you're going to do everything by yourself, but that's not how a business works, and you can't learn everything. That's how you need to accept. You can only be like good at like certain amount of things. So then you outsource the rest, you leverage other people to do it. So then for your situation, it's like you should be open to like trying to like save time or like save money by leveraging people. Yeah, it's like you have value for your time, right? Similarly, you like use leverage people to like save you more time, so you can put it in things that have a better return on investment. Okay, yeah, mainly that. And like for your current like situation, you should be like looking for things you can leverage. If you're a student, many of my like classmates, they still are like, they are not comfortable using ChatGPT, they're not comfortable with change. Most of us like to stay where we are at, and like you need to do something different, to live a different way, to do something different out of your like habit norm. And that's a problem, because that means you need to change, right? And then like our brain our brain loves comfort, and because of that, it's hard for us to change. We find resistance to change. but the best thing you can do for yourself is to change. So like that you should be looking open to, like, see, it's like you look around and you see most how most people do something, but if it's not giving you the best if it's not, if the like results are not the best, not most it's not the most optimal, like, oh yeah, like the 9 to 5 job till you become be old and retire. If you see that and that's like what most people are doing and you don't like the results of it, you can always try something different, because it's everybody else is trying to like achieve a goal in a certain way and it's not working out. It's not like it's working out, but it's not optimal, it's not the best thing you can do. So then the best thing you can do for yourself is try go the opposite way of what everybody else is doing. It might not be in the 9 to 5 like they hustle the rat race, but it might be something else which somebody is doing. It's like conventionally done in a way, but then you think the way could be like even better if it's done in a different way. You should go on and try that, because uh, you might be do it even better. That's the thing. So then you should be always looking out for opportunities, and when you find an opportunity you should try your best to change, because these two things come together. You know, like change your the way you think of, oh yeah, I'll do everything by myself, to like thinking, oh yeah, how can I outsource the most I can possibly do, than like doing it by myself. Because people will be like, oh yeah, like our society, it's more everybody like sees the how much time you spend over the quality of results you produce, because people be like, oh yeah, he works 7 hours a day, he's way more productive than you who make works only 2 hours. But for the 2 hours work I spent, I gave so much more value for the 7 hours of half-hearted work that other person did, being on the Instagram, or like not giving deep work or like any meaningful work, like not producing anything like that out of it. But then like people will see that, and initially they'll be like, oh yeah, you're not working hard enough, or he's working more harder. But over time, as you compound results, it'll be obvious that you're the guy who's working harder than the other person. Like that, you should. I'm getting like I'm losing track. Mainly, I can't like when I start speaking, I'll start talking about the multiple ideas that are like in my head, but it's hard to format it into single video. But so, firstly, I said about leverage. You need to leverage your situation of like uh, situation to get up to change your situation. You get me right. You should leverage other people to cover your weakness. Then second thing is change. You need to change the way you're thinking, so you can be more open to like doing everything in a different way than the conventional way, because the conventional, it might be the most common but might not be the most efficient, if you get me. So then you can like one of the things you can do is like thinking of, oh yeah, like how can I like leverage people more often than doing it all by ourselves, because conventionally we are taught to like do all the work by ourselves, which is not the most efficient thing you can do. So then like use other people to cover your weaknesses basically. So I just want to say that. And yeah, see how